Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. Most folks just call me Orange Joe, and new audio mix. Who this? uh, Recently, I had received some feedback from a couple friends of mine that I was pretty poorly audible in the mix. That in previous episodes you just couldn't really hear me. That I was a little drawn out by the game. So hopefully this time around I'm much more clear. But I do want to talk about the game for just a second here. As you can see on the post note, like I said before, I think I brought it up at least. Azazel, you can see that he's beaten 2 of the pass there, and there's a lot of stuff to fill out there. And I don't really remember where we left off last episode because that was quite a while ago for me. But we're gonna do a Lazarus run and just kind of see how it goes. Don't mind me kind of going over that seed you saw, or not seed, but that like game you saw in the beginning there. That's nothing, I promise. But here we have our seed. It is J4C4BRZD. If you want to play along at home, please feel free to. We picked Lazarus today, and I would love to hear how you do. But yeah, let's kind of hop into it. We will be taking that pill, don't worry. I just gotta reacquaint myself with the controls of Isaac a little bit. That run you saw, the like however many seconds I had on it, wasn't a real run. I did it on a different save file, but for some reason it equated it to being a continuable run on this file. Couldn't tell you why. Let me see. That's how you do it. One makes you larger. But I couldn't like start a new episode and claim that there was new audio mixing without actually testing the audio mixing. I'd feel like a fool if I did that. So I just started up a fresh run quick. And ooh, petrified poop is a biscuits is a decent enough trinket to talk about the game for a second. It's a trinket that whenever we destroy a poop pile, gives us a chance to find a consumable of any sort. So like money, hearts. I know that, like, as you can see, there's a heart there, meaning that hearts can be found in them naturally, but it gives you just a higher chance of that sort of stuff. And the moon card lets us find a secret room. Cool. But yeah, I just had to test the audio just to make sure that I do sound better. Let me know how you feel about this mix. Anyone who may be watching out there, I know it's this is the 6th episode now, so we're 6 episodes in, I suppose, where I'm just now changing it, but that's because, as I've said many times in the Nuzlocke series I'm doing here, which I don't even know how many times you'll actually have heard it by now if you are just watching Isaac, or if you're watching both series even, but I record these in chunks, big batches of them at a time, where I just sit down for a couple hours at a time and just start recording, see where it takes me, and by the end of it, I then, have a group of videos to schedule and upload and kind of make new thumbnails for, which I say make, but it's not like a exacting process. I just pull open a photo editor and, swap a number, and then I'm good to go. Because I don't know if you know this, but not exactly a high edit around here. It's pretty obvious, but we saw Petrified Poop really putting in some work in that room there, giving us a whole bunch of pennies and even a nickel in there. A good old 5 center. Ooh, these guys are exploding. But with I think I'm playing as Lazarus. I think that's who I said I was playing with. With this character, you'll notice that up in the top left there, I have a ×1 next to my 3 hearts, which is why I'm playing a little flippantly, a little fast and loose with my HP, kind of taking some risks here and there. It's because when you're playing as Judas, if you die, you actually respawn. It's only once, but you get to respawn as a much stronger version of Judas. You get to respawn as Dark Judas. And effectively, the play is wait until you see your item drop and your boss item drop before deciding if you do it on the first floor or not. Just because you want to... Oh, that's bad. That's fine. We can take some damage on first floor. It doesn't matter a whole lot with this character. But you want to wait to see if you get an HP drop or some soul hearts or anything like that, demon hearts to drop. Because once you know you have some backup, then you're happy to just charge headlong into the respawn effect with this character. Because the respawn, I believe, only gives you 2 demon hearts, question mark? Yeah, I'm going to take some damage there. I could see that coming a mile away. But it's just always best to play it safe with him, just because even though the stat upgrade you get from becoming Dark Judas is massive, we're going to actually use the card here. It was worth it, can't you see? Even though the like actual effect you get out of it is really, really massive, you kind of want to play it safe. Skinny Odd Mushroom, I think, is just a... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to the well early here today. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Well, I thought I lost my phone for a second there. We're gonna go to excuse me, the app. Wow, English is real hard. We're gonna go to the app here quick and just see what it does. High rate of fire, tears up, speed up, damage down. Yep, so it's literally just a tier effect, so we can take it because it doesn't affect our HP in any way. Holy moly, straight up to the tier cap, huh? Excellent. But yeah, we just want to save any HP affecting items until we get that respawn off, so that way our respawn is the most powerful it could possibly be. But we are into what episode? Like I said, episode 6 now of this series, and that means that we will have had 5 episodes of the Nuzlocke go up. In the Nuzlocke session, had some exciting news kind of come out of it. Episode, I think it was 6 of the Nuzlocke or so, 5, 6, 7. I'm not really 100% sure. One of those episodes, we got a first subscriber. That was a huge thing for me, because I never thought anyone would, you know, really. There we have an HP item. Excellent. So we're just gonna yeet ourselves to oblivion here if we can help it. Just gotta find something to deal damage to us, like a fire or spikes. If there's there's a curse room, I bet you. But no, first subscriber. So I wasn't expecting anyone to really dig my dumb shenaniganery I'm doing on here. But so, there's no curse room. Okay, that's actually really bad, because we really want this respawn to go off. So we're gonna go to the shop here. Yes. Okay, there is a fire, so we can just go ahead and walk into that, and then we come back. So yeah, look at all the effects we have there. Full half point of damage up. We're gonna take one of these and one of these. Call me in the morning. But yeah, first subscriber. I wasn't expecting anyone to be super keen on the dumb stuff I'm up to, but you know, I think I'm up to like 4 now, which is just incredible to me. I can't believe that 4 people have decided, you know what, this guy's saying something worthwhile. Let's give him a listen. So if you are one of the 4, or you know, by the time this goes up, maybe more. Maybe we'll have 5 by then. Which, you know, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but if I have 5 subs by then, friggin' sweet, dude. Welcome. Well, welcome to the party. You know, it's just great to be able to hang out, do my own thing, and have some people be like, you know what, this guy's all right. And that means a lot to me. So welcome. Please feel free to stick around. If you really want to help me out, tell your friends. You know, don't feel like you gotta though. That's a big key factor of me doing this. Like I've been trying to tell my friends, if you're willing to, okay, maybe not. If you're willing to watch what I'm doing here, you're willing to hang out, have some fun, great. Please do. I would love to have as many people as, you know, really want to, kind of hanging out, having some fun, chilling out. But I don't want any of my friends or anyone to feel like they're forced into watching me because they know me. You know, it's not cool. I don't want that to be there for anyone. You know, if they want to watch because they like what I'm doing, irrespective of them being my friend, awesome. That means the world to me. Leech is okay. We'll just take it. We don't need to waste the bomb. It'll follow some people around, deal some damage, maybe give us some HP later on. Could use a bomb for that tinted rock there, and that tinted rock right there. But yeah, I told my friends I don't want any of them to feel obligated to watch my stuff because they know me. They don't have to, for any reason, you know, support me, as long as they aren't like in any way trying to hinder what I'm doing. As long as they aren't out there like, I'm gonna ruin this guy's career. Not that I have anything that's like really worth ruining, but well, range up, you love it. You know, I don't have anything that's crazy worth listening to, or oopsie. Guess we're not gonna deal with that with this floor. Anything that's crazy, revolutionary, and saying, it's not like I'm, you know, a cancelable person or anything like that that I know of. I don't think I've wronged anyone in my days, but as time goes on, I want to you know, find friends who are willing to support me if they see fit, and if they don't, great. You know, they don't have to. There's no contract. There's no social contract between us saying, "Hey, you have to support me in everything I do by direct support." You know, I don't want them to feel like they have to watch, because they don't, and I don't want them to feel, oh, bad damage. But Leech helping us out immediately there. But I'm very grateful for the ones who are willing to just show up. Like I've coming into this, I told 4 people that I was doing, excuse me, 5 people that I was doing this. And do we take BOGO bombs, or do we just take the key? I think we just take the key, and if we can afford BOGO bombs later, we take it. BOGO bombs is exactly what it sounds like. It just means that every time a bomb drops, you get 2. And I think it makes bombs a little bit more likely to drop. But anyway, the ones who do want to support me in this, you know, I can't thank enough. And I only told 4, there you go, Lion T again, 5 people I was doing this, right? It was the friend who inspired me to do this. She's actually on YouTube herself. YouTube channel name is Frequency with 2 Y's. Right as of the time of me recording this, she only has 1 video up, and it's a really well edited compilation of her streaming, actually. And she streams Apex Legends for the most part right now, and some other stuff too. But you know, right now she's heavy on that Apex grind, and I don't blame her. She's good at it. If I were good at anything, I'm sure I'd be playing that instead of friggin' Isaac. I'm very much so kidding. I love Isaac. Not saying that I'm good at it. That's not the part I'm kidding at, because I could be much better. A friend pointed out to me that in my very first episode, terrible damage. I passed up on the Bible. And the Bible is an item where if you use it in the mom fight, which is like the first real big fight you actually have to do in this game, it just instant wins the fight for you. I forgot about that mechanic entirely. Take a range upgrade, I guess. And no bombs. All right, we're going on. It would have just won the run, and I could have just been like, haha, I'm great, I'm a wiener. But instead I was an idiot and decided, nah, I ain't worried about it. I want better items because I'm greedy. So that's already some bad play you're seeing right away. Plus, if you've watched episode 4, I just uploaded that one and rewatched it just the other day here. I think I gotta think. I put it up. Man, I am taking terrible damage. I can't even defend myself. I'm rusty today, I guess. I'm sorry you have to watch me flounder about here with such decent stats right away. But after having watched back on that, I just couldn't believe how many times Guppy's collar saved us, how even though we only had literally 2.6 damage or something like that, and absolutely no tier distance on us at all, like our tiers did not travel whatsoever, I still managed to make it down several floors and, you know, give it a fair shake. You know, like, and even the final shot that actually hit and killed me was kind of hard to have dodged, because I had the shield facing the direction it was coming in from, but it just threaded the needle right in between where I was looking and where the shot came in from. So it was just an incredible shot, honestly. I can't be too mad about the way it turned out. I did my best, but you know, I could have done better, because that peep fight that I had really went poorly, and it was entirely my fault, because for one run in my mouth being like, oh, we're doing pretty good, and then instantly didn't do good ever again in that fight. And only won because of Curse of the Tower, which is like, that's an item that is blacklisted for a lot of people. They just do not take it because of how much self-damage it can do, and if you watch episode 4, you know precisely how much damage it can do to myself. It's too much. It is much too much. But we did the best we could with that run, honestly. And I'm still learning how to play this game on PC. I'm much more comfortable playing it on joysticks, so playing it on button controls, and when I don't typically play PC in my off time, you know, it's a learning curve for sure, and I'm trying to learn it, so if you're sticking around through that, please do. But anyway, getting back to where I started this tangent from, I'm very sorry for going off all crazy. You know, it's an Isaac episode. We got plenty of time to really recoup. Not a good item. This is an item where if you cry in the same direction for long enough, eventually you leave a fart cloud. kind of, it might be a random chance fart cloud thing, but either way, it's unlikely to actually have a noticeable impact on this run, unfortunately. But there's that fart cloud I was talking about. That, again, doesn't do a whole lot for us. But where I was coming from that originally was I only told 5 people. Frequency was one of them, and then two groups of close friends. You know, they're 2 couples I know, one of whom, you know, some of my best friends known them for. Well, I've known one of them for well over a decade. I think we're going on like 15 years. I think I've known that guy now, which is just awful for him, having to put up with me for 15 years. I can't imagine that. It's not actually quite 15 years. I think it's but that's the nearest milestone that actually matters. It doesn't matter how long it's actually been. And then his girlfriend I've known for a little bit less time, but she's still super cool. You know, we're all pretty tight-knit friends. Like, we all of us hang out together. It's not like when I go over, I'm just hanging out with the dude or just hanging out with the girl. You know, we're all jamming and vibing together. You know, good group. And they're the kind of people who never make me feel like a third wheel, which is just huge. Because, you know, there's some couples you hang out with and you're just like, I'm the weird one here. Which, you know, being fair, is pretty standard issue for me. I'm hoping this guy will shoot at this tinted rock here before I destroy him, so I'm gonna leave him alive. But with that group, I've never ever felt like that. I've never been made to feel like I'm the weird one for being there or anything like that. And they're just, oh, Leech, no, I don't want to. I'll just use a bomb. I was gonna say I don't want to waste a bomb, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I have 4. Which will actually end up wasting a bomb right here too. I missed. Incredible. I don't want to waste too many bombs. Alright, we'll take PhD again. Welcome back, buddy. Good one to use pills on. Sure, we'll get bigger. Who cares? But no, and I told them I was oh, terrible damage. I told them I was going to do YouTube, and their reaction, almost verbatim, was just, cool. And that was it. You know, no pushback, but no offering of further support. They're just like, neat, go for it, dude. And that was it. And honestly, super cool with that. I pleased as punch that they decided, this feels like a secret room, that they decided they were, I knew it, that they were okay with it. You know, not that they would have any reason not to be. It's not like I'm necessarily making a fool of myself or, you know, talking some smack about other people online or anything like that. I'm trying to be relatively wholesome and inclusive. But you know, they didn't offer further support. They weren't like, yeah, we'll watch you, we'll sub to you or anything like that. And they don't gotta be. That doesn't have to be our friendship with them. We managed to get a deal with them finally. You know, I don't expect them to support me because I know that they don't watch YouTube that much. They don't really get into this racket kind of at all, and that's okay. I don't expect them to. They don't have to watch just for me. We are gonna pass on that. We don't. This item just lets me fly. It might give an HP benefit too, but we're just gonna move on. I don't want to spend my 2 only red hearts just to get a passive flight. Not that flight's bad. It's just, nah, I'm good. But anyway, they don't have to support me. They don't have to watch me. I don't expect any of my friends to do that, and I would hope that they would offer the same thing back. If you watch my my Nuzlocke series, you will know that I talk about it there too, where I'm not expecting other people's success to be my own, nor am I expecting everyone to support me in this endeavor. I know that, oh, that was just stupid. I'm not expecting anyone to follow me wherever I'm going or anything like that. What I'm doing is not for everyone, and that's totally fine. I don't want anyone to feel pigeonholed into watching me just because they know me, you know, and that's where those friends sit, and that's great. You know, I know that. Come on, dude, you're better than this. But I know that they don't really watch a lot of YouTube content, kind of ever, and that's fine. It's not for them, and even if they did, they would not have to watch me for any reason. But then another couple I told, and they're also a couple. I've known them for almost the same amount of time. They're also super good friends with me. Never ever felt like the third wheel with them. Always just like happy to vibe and chill. We have a lot of shared interests. We have a lot of dumb laughs together. They were, you know, instrumental in me kind of getting back on my feet. Back on my feet after, you know, several mishaps recently, and, you know, just a lot lot of wild stuff going on, but they great friends. You know, wouldn't trade them for the world, and they said that they would be watching. So if you're watching out there, hello, how you doing? Miss you, love you. You guys are great. You're lovely. You're awesome. Oh, but I'm not at this game. I'm gonna die in this room. I bet you. I'm willing to bet you. Let me kind of quiet up for a second here and see if I can make it. 'Cause I'm doing quite bad. All right, we managed to make our way here a little bit better with, you know, shutting up and just trying to focus a bit, because spinning our wheels on commentary isn't really gonna help anyone get better at Isaac. Okay, so you know they're wonderful. They from the second I told them we were doing this, we're like, tell us when it's going up. We wanna know. We wanna be there. We wanna watch. If it's any good, we want to give you advice if we can help it. And you know they have been. They've been. You know they were who recommended me to switch up my audio, which I've done. Hopefully well on. If I didn't, give me more notes, please, guys. I would love to have that kind of feedback still going for us. And you know they've been just kind of there for me, and I told them, and they were like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. God, I hate these guys so much. Just corner, dude. Sorry, I have to be quiet again for a second, because I'm in the fight of my life in every freaking room I go into, because my perpetual curse with Isaac is that I can't do anything if I have high rate of fire, but if I have high damage, I'm great. Like, you could give me an extremely high damage stat, but extremely low fire rate, and I'd be you know, pleased as punch, but you give me an extremely high fire rate, even like soy milk level fire rate with standard like 3 damage, and I'm screwed. I'm I'm a wash without a paddle. Also, can we talk about how we haven't seen the gosh darn I'm upset about that one, because it's my own fault. You know, what damage in this game isn't my own fault, I guess, but I'm doing terrible today. I'm not feeling it, I guess. I don't know. I'm off my game. It's hot in my room. I'm wearing my hat slightly tighter. That's pardon my silence again, please. Oh, thank you, Leech. You've saved my life. Please pardon my quietness. It's really hard to talk about the things I want to talk about when I keep brushing with death on every other room, and we still haven't found the item room. I think if I go back here, there's going to be some HP waiting for me, and if there's any amount of HP that I can find, I'm gonna dig it up. But anyway, so those friends have been just instantly supportive and willing to help me out. I've told them plenty of times already, they don't have to support me, they don't have to keep watching, but if they do, I'm pleased as punch with it, really. And they have been a big push on trying to tell, you know, a couple of my friends about it, being like, hey, you know, he's kind of making some content, maybe you should check it out. Oh, I thought one of these sides was your secret here, and it is. And they've been really just trying to like help me out, you know, get me a good start, and they've been, you know, referring some of their friends to it, which is a huge help, because like I said, we're up to, yeah, no way, we're up to 4 subs now, which is awesome. I hope that I can provide you with some worthwhile entertainment here, something worth watching. I know that today you're not seeing an exactly skilled offering, you know, I'm not wowing anyone with my sheer amazing gameplay tech, but I'm trying. I'm very much so trying to survive, but the operative word there is trying. Like, we would need something huge, like Mom's Knife or something, to make me feel any amount comfortable, and even then it's still extremely touchy at 2 HP. Because I know we had about 4 when we had those soul hearts coming in, and that was really nice, but right now it's not feeling it. Leech, absolutely the MVP of this run so far, because we would have died 3 or 4 times over by now, and that would be no good without Leech. But what I've been trying to get across is just that I have some friends that are super supportive, but I'm trying not to push it down my friends' throats if they don't, you know, want to watch. They don't have to watch, and I talk about it in, there's our item room, friggin' finally. Epiphora, it's fine. I think it'll let us break the tier cap. We'll have to see. Yeah, so it does let us break the tier cap, which is nice. So if you continue shooting in the same direction, it goes faster and faster. So we can go up to... Can we go to 1? No, okay, but we get up to 2 tier delay, which is obviously insane. You know, I can't really complain with those results. That's just nuts. Oh, you love to see a Balls of Steel here, because we're gonna pop that right away. It's free double soul hearts for us. Some keys back, so we feel a little bit more protected now, which is great. But if you watch my Nuzlocke series that I've been putting out there, I've talked about these things as well when we're in the kind of cavey area, about how I know some people who've been really pushy about them kind of doing content creation, and it's really just a big shame, because they're good enough people, but they... By the way, that play I just want to talk about for a second. So that was Nun's Habit, which is if you take damage, it gives you a charge on your spacebar item, but we don't have a spacebar item at all. So I decided just to go for HP, because that's been the biggest sticking point this whole run so far. And let's fight the boss, see what we got. The Fallen. So this is actually going to be a guaranteed deal with the devil item once/if we beat it, without actually having to pay any HP. Super nice. Super nice. But we have to actually, beat him first, and we've been getting our butt kicked so far, so I don't want to, as I said in my newly recorded channel intro video that I recorded literally right before doing this, don't want to count our hatchings before they chick. Dark Matter is it's a fear shot, which will occasionally cause enemies to run away, but it's a damage upgrade. Most importantly, we need damage very bad. We need damage and HP. And HP we're not as good as I need to be on. As you can see, it's now unknown, which is just a great help. Honestly, thank you, game. But no, obviously I keep taking a lot of dumb damage, and we don't have enough damage to deal out to the enemies. That makes it so that we don't have to worry. But, if you're watching my Nuzlocke series, as I've been trying to get across for far too long, but I keep rambling on about this friggin' game. I've touched on this before, and, if you aren't watching that, but you're watching this, heavily recommend checking it out. I'm really, really enjoying the Nuzlocke series. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Not that I'm not having a lot of fun with Isaac, but, there's something about Nuzlocke that let me feel in my element while being completely out of my element. Because those games, it's a modifier on a game that I know how to play, and I can play relatively well, and yet it makes me feel like a complete buffoon, because I keep, taking dumb damage, or I forget certain interactions, or typings, or anything like that. So it's super fun. So if you're into Pokemon, please check that out. Not to necessarily beg or anything like that, but why would you even walk there? Why would you do it? But if you haven't checked it out, please do. There's a lot of fun to be had there. I feel like it's it's not as high hype necessarily as Isaac can be, because Isaac we had. I'm gonna keep talking about episode 4. Episode 4 is probably gonna be the highlight of this series for a little while here, because God, can you just turn your brainy back on me? Because that episode has so many highs and lows, so many just insane moments. By the way, Hematemesis just caused us to drop all of our red hearts, and it spawns anywhere between, I think, 1 and 4. But we have full red hearts. There's no point in us doing that. And 2 of clubs doubles the number of bombs we have. If you have 0, it just gives you 2. And if you have, any more than that, it doubles it. So basically, you want to do it with not having 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend a bomb here, and then take the card so that we have 2 more bombs. And I was hoping for that to spawn a card or a demon heart, but no, we got nothing. But yeah, the episode 4, just insane variance on hype to defeat to more hype again. It's just a complete wild ride from beginning to end. So if you somehow saw that and saw this and not that, I recommend going and checking that one out. But if you've seen both, I would love to hear in the comments how you felt about that one, either on that video or on this one, because that was just a doozy. But no, I'm having a lot of fun doing the Nuzlocke. I'm having a lot of fun doing Isaac so far, and in the Nuzlocke series, I talk about how I need to stop saying so much because I've realized that I say it way too friggin' much. Sorry for the deeper vocal intonation there. I got very scared. But yeah, I just noticed that I say too much, and I'm trying very, very hard to not, but it keeps coming through anyway. I'm sure you've noticed. And I'm trying to keep commentary rolling a little bit. It's just, you know, it's hard when you're playing a game and focusing on trying not to suck in front of potentially 2 people. No, potentially tens of people. You know, they've been my videos have been getting around 10 views. You know, and that's great. That's insane. Honestly, I hardly know 10 people who like me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I hardly know 10 people who actively watch YouTube, though, is the truth behind that little bit of a fib there. And so, you know, getting 10 views when one of them is likely just YouTube being goofy, because, like, whenever I watch some of the stuff back, I try and watch it before I upload it to recheck to try and get a feeling for it. By the way, that's a trinket that lets us find more red hearts. Not a huge interest to us right now. Acid Baby. That works really well with PhD because it spawns pills on occasion, and every time we take a pill, it does poison damage to the whole room. But I'm sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there. With
of spades.
With how many views I'm getting and stuff like that, you know, it's not crazy, it's not earth shattering, but I'm getting out to more people than I would have really honestly anticipated. Not that it's a bad thing, you know, not that it's a good thing that I'm. Oops. Not that, like, oh, come on, dude. I really gotta kind of square up with this run here. Oh, yeah, don't stand there. Okay, so now we are down to at most a heart and a half. So we're down to at most 1 heart. Sorry, I gotta try and focus on this fight now. This is going terribly. Yeah, we managed to bait out that beam attack, which is nice. Jumping again. I gotta find a way to weave this fight and try and not die right here. That was not bad. That was not bad. We're doing okay. Oh, why did he stay right there? Almost always when he jumps like that, the safest place to be is where he jumped from, because he's going to where you were. But with the fear shot, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Alright, we survived, but barely. Got a completely useless item. I know it's shot speed, but because we're at the tier cap, it doesn't really do anything. I gotta be honest with you, I think we're dead. I think this next floor will be our last. I think we're in deep trouble because I can't string together. Leech obviously paid off for us a bit there, but I can't seem to string together enough competent damage at times to and lack of getting. I can't seem to string together, you know, enough damage on the enemies, combined with us taking so little damage, combined with, you know, making commentary interesting, because this has been just a wicked nightmare for me trying to keep a coherent and cogent thought. Honestly, like, if I had half a mind to, I would just, we are never getting a deal with the devil either. This is just stacking misfortune, this run is. If I had half a mind to, I would just yeet this episode into oblivion. Like, I would never let it see the light of day, and we would just never talk about it. It'd be the second lost episode of the series, and that, yep, we're dead. And that'd be okay, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let you see just how bad I am. And hopefully you did a lot better if you played along at home with the seed. But basically, the the last parting thought I'll leave you on with the Nuzlocke and this is that I'm grateful to my friends who are trying to support me out there. Thank you if you are watching, especially all the way to the end like this, because we're 34 minutes into it. And that's a lot of time commitment. I know. And thank you if you don't know me and you're just here because you saw me online or anything like that. A huge thank you to you as well. Sorry that this episode was a little weird with me trying to, you know, get these thoughts out there while simultaneously fighting for my life and doing a very bad job of both because of it. Hopefully we get some either stronger runs where I'm able to just sit back and talk, or can get some weaker runs where I just use this as a learning experience and just decide, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna talk about the game and focus on the game, and whatever commentary that I had in mind coming into it we'll drop, and we'll just say another video, another time we'll get it across. But let me let me just be the first to tell you that I know that this is a learning experience. This is I'm still very fresh at this, still in the first week of actually being on YouTube in any way, for me, not for you when you see this. But we'll try. We're still trying to learn from everything that we're doing here. I make no guarantees, but it's going to be an effort. If you made it this far, I'm sorry. This one was a bit rough, and I know that, but it's okay. We just won't advertise this one on the tin. But if you did make it this far, and for some reason, some perverse, awful reason you liked what you saw, leave a like. I'd love to have the support on this one, because this one it's rough. And I know it is. So thank you for sticking around. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see some better content. No, I won't harp on it too much. It's fine. It's a video. It's whatever. We're gonna put it out there. But subscribe if you want to see other content that I'm doing. More Isaac, more Nuzlocke. Although, yeah, the Nuzlocke will still be going on by the time I do this. And follow me on Twitter if you want to see me there. Orange Show, that's at most folks. I'll be on there. Leave a comment if you have anything to say to me. Any complaints, I'll hear them. This time only. But thank you for sticking around. We'll see you next time. Hopefully with a much more strong presenting. We'll see you then.